how to manage the planets that are conjunct with Ketu in your horoscope. So let's say that in your horoscope you have 1, 2, 3 planets which are conjunct with Ketu, and degree wise the conjunction is pretty close. Let's say if Ketu is conjunct with a planet and the distance between these two planets degree wise is more, that is more than say 13 degrees or 14 degrees, then the influence of Ketu over that planet is a bit less. Maybe at the emotional level it is more, but on the physical plane the detachment and cutoff factor of Ketu doesn't affect much if degree wise the distance is far apart. But let's say you have Moon conjunct with Ketu, or let's say you have Saturn conjunct with Ketu, or let's say you have Venus conjunct with Ketu in your horoscope, or let's say you have Mars, Sun, Jupiter conjunct with Ketu in your horoscope. So if such combinations are there, and now you're worried because you feel that if a planet is conjunct with Ketu, then that's it. You cannot enjoy the significance of that planet. You cannot enjoy those particular areas of your life whose Lord is conjunct with Ketu. So there are a lot of misunderstanding, misrepresentation and fear psychosis going on in the world that any planet which is conjunct with Ketu means it's over. The story is lost, gone forever. But that's not the case. Because Ketu itself is mysterious. Ketu is all about mystery because Ketu rules the 8th house, the Scorpio energy in Kalpurush. Along with Mars, Ketu is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So, to understand the mystical planet Ketu, you have to first research on Ketu. You have to find out which are the days, Mahadasha wise, where you're running Ketu, right? And you have to identify which are the areas of your life that are suffering, or which are the problem areas that you are facing during Ketu days, right? So let's say you are a male and you have Ketu conjunct Venus in your horoscope. So you will definitely have a detachment factor from the significance of Ketu whenever you are running the Dasha under Dasha of Ketu. And if degree wise it's close, then you will have that more. Let's say your terms or your relationship with your wife will take a toll. You will have arguments or fight with her. And let's say you have something very tasty or beautiful at your home. Let's say you have sweets at your place, or let's say you have flowers at your place. Then the Ketu days, they will rot, or there will be something which will destroy the beauty of it, right? And during Ketu days, if you have Ketu conjunct Venus, then let's say you have a favorite dress, a shirt, or if you're a lady, then you have a kurti, and you're running Ketu, then what will happen is your favorite dress will catch a stain and it will become impure and dirty. So, what is Ketu telling when it is conjunct with Venus and you're running a Ketu period? What Ketu is telling is, don't attach, don't desire, or don't seek in the domain and areas of life which are ruled by Venus, because Ketu is here to slice it, to cut it. You get what I'm saying? So, don't behave like Rahu, don't be desirous, don't be taking whenever you have a planet conjunct with Ketu. So as I said, when you have Venus conjunct Ketu, become careless and become less insightful, less focused upon the areas which are connected by that particular planet, in this case Venus, which is conjunct with Ketu. So take your relationship with your wife very smooth, and don't over push yourself or over stress yourself, or don't over indulge yourself with your wife, because Venus is the karaka of wife in a male's chart. Or let's say you have Ketu conjunct Venus, then don't pay much heed towards perfection in attaining beauty, in attaining happiness and joy from the pleasures of life. Let's say having good food, you get pleasures. Dining somewhere in a good restaurant, you get pleasures of life, right? So wherever Ketu is conjunct with Venus, create a disinterest, become unfocused and neglect and take things for granted. And then you will see that Ketu will stop its detachment factor and cutoff factor. Now when you behave like Rahu, instead, when you have a planet conjunct with Ketu, then that is when the problem happens because Ketu is carelessness. Ketu wants you to detach and get away, take your focus somewhere else. Now similarly, if you have, let's say, Jupiter conjunct with Ketu. Okay. Now Jupiter is the Karaka of wealth, wisdom, life. It's Jiva Karaka. It is the Karaka of gold. It is the Karaka of education. It is the Karaka of teachers and gurus, blessings, all the good things, all the things which gives you prosperity and abundance are primarily the representation of Jupiter. Right. Now let's say you have Jupiter conjunct Ketu. So you are not supposed to become over attached with your gurus. You are not supposed to be over attached with your father. So don't get over obsessed with education. Don't be like, I have to study this, I have to do this, I have to do this diploma course, I have to do this degree. So take it easy wherever Guru's Karakatva is coming. Okay. So if you have, let's say, money, if you have gold, then don't be very obsessed with material things like gold and money and liquidity. Because once you try to obsess and you try to hoard something and you try to collect something and you try to apply the formula of Rahu, that is where Ketu will cut. You will see then there will be sudden problem with your father, there will be sudden misunderstanding with your teachers, there will be sudden problems in getting your degree diploma courses or things of that sort. And don't also become over spiritual and over devotional, because Jupiter rules the 9th and 12th house. The 9th house is the house of religion and the 12th house is the house of spirituality and higher realization, right? So when you overindulge in the things of the 9th house, you will see that the divine grace has stopped, the spiritual progress has stopped. So wherever Ketu is conjunct with Jupiter, take it easy, take it slow, become disinterested, relax, stretch, and take things for granted, and you will see the Karakatva of Jupiter, or the things that are ruled by Jupiter, will keep continuing to stay in your life, and it will keep coming to you in abundance. So let's say Mars. Mars is your physical strength. Mars is your ambition. Mars is your energy. Mars is the competitive spirit in you. Mars is all about dominance, winning, right? Ruling. Mars is about physical, exertion. That is doing workout, gymming and all these things. That is Mars stepping out. So when you overindulge in Martian stuff, let's say you have Mars conjunct Ketu. So let's say you have the capacity to punch, let's say 50 punches in a minute. So you have Mars Ketu and you will overexert yourself. You will like, I can do 120, I can do 130. So let's say you can do 50 sit-ups in, let's say, 5 minutes. Then Ketu Mars will be like, I can do 500 sit-ups. And you will do it also. But the problem is, you are over-exerting and overusing the Martian energy, and Ketu will cut it. Okay. So take it easy. You will have strength, you will have physical power, you will have might, you will have dominance, you will have energy, ambition and everything. But when it comes to Mars, take it easy, exert your energy slowly, and don't overexert. That is where you will suddenly get the cutoff factor or detachment factor of Ketu. So if Ketu is conjunct with Mercury, Mercury is all about logical ability, Mercury is all about intelligence, Mercury is all about logic, Mercury is all about written communication, oral communication, it's all about banking and money management, finance management. Mercury also rules service because it rules the 6th house in Kalpurush. So these are the domains where if you are very overindulgent and if you exert a lot of energy and put a lot of focus in these domains, then again you will see the cutoff factor and you will get detached. So the truth here is, if you want to continue to do the things where Ketu is associating with a certain planet, let's say Ketu is conjunct with any of the 7 planets excluding Rahu in your horoscope, find out the primary signification of that planet and take it easy, become less focused, and take things slowly and take it lightly. Continue to do things, but don't be possessive, don't be over focused, don't be dependent, and be like a saint and be like giving. Let's say you have Venus conjunct Ketu. So Venus represents liquidity and money along with Jupiter. So give abundantly, money will keep coming to you. Let's say Venus represents relationship. So take your relationship easily. Take the relationship in your life for granted. Don't give importance to any certain relationship. The moment you give importance to certain relationship and you become over focused and over possessive about a particular person or a relationship, that is when Ketu will cut it off by some misunderstanding. So don't admire beauty, don't admire relationship, don't admire wealth, luxuries. It will follow you. Similarly, if moon conjunct with Ketu, then moon is all about comforts, right? So you might have a comfortable house, you might have a comfortable car, you might have a comfortable couch at your place, and you might have everything. But if you become possessive about your car, if you become possessive about your property, if you become possessive about your couch, and if you overindulge and it is like, this is my sofa, I'm going to sit here, this is my car, I'll drive it, that is when something will happen and Ketu will detach you from your property, your comforts and your assets. So I hope you got the message, guys. Wherever or whenever you have a planet conjunct with Ketu in your horoscope, take it easy, take it for granted, relax and give it less importance, and you will see that you will have all the things that are ruled by that particular planet in abundance in your life, as long as you're not paying heed to it, as long as you're not paying importance to it, and as long as you're not getting or behaving like Rahu, over possessive and over indulgent and over focused. So that's my message. That's it for today, guys. This is Purab signing off from Purab's Universe. I love you all. Adios. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat. And remember to subscribe to Purab's Universe, because only if you subscribe to Purab's Universe you will get access to such different content. And as I know that you have already watched these videos, if you like this, genuinely hit the like button. If you dislike this, hit the dislike button, but show me your genuine reaction. Bye bye.